Hello, hello, and happy Fearless Friday to all of you. You know, it is customary in my culture when you ask people to join you, to be with you, to do something with you, you always have to come back and say thank you. So I am here for that thank you that is owed to all of you. Thank you for attending, for supporting, for praying for our annual Bounce Back Empowerment Conference. I know there were a lot of shifts, a lot of movements that happened, and we had to do it virtually instead of being in the United Kingdom this year. But you know what? Everything works out for His own good. And when I say His own good, I mean God Himself, because He's the orchestrator of everything. It worked out perfectly. We had an awesome time. I want to thank each and every speaker that came because you all poured your hearts. Some of you were not able to come live. Some of you pre-recorded your speeches and send it to us so that we could watch it. But everybody, we were like, what? Now that's a good point. What a beautiful speech. So thank you to all of you. I appreciate the time that you put in. We all appreciated with all the audiences that were there present because we were blessed beyond measure. So thank you again. Many of you know that I'm now based in Boston, back in Boston, Massachusetts. So we are excited because the seventh annual Bounce Back Empowerment Conference is going to be right here in the Boston area. So save a date. I will be going out next week to go out to the different hotels that are closer to the airport because I know many of you will be flying in. So I always want to make sure that there is convenience, it doesn't inconvenience you to be so far away from the airport. So I'm going to be going around the hotels that are around the airport and seeing which ones have availabilities in the month, as well as some of the dates that the board members and myself have decided on for next year. So I'm excited about that. Get ready to come and join us live because guess what? Bounce back. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. And yes, yes, yes. We're going to have 7th annual Bounce Back Empowerment Conference 2026 right here in the Boston, Massachusetts area. Being in Boston this weekend, I thought, okay, we did bounce back last week, so let me rest. But guess what? I'm not resting. If you're in the Massachusetts area, please come by and say hello because I will be in Worcester, Massachusetts tomorrow, Saturday, and I have a table that I have all the information of what am I here to do and how I can better help you and your family as well as, as far as mental health is concerned. So I'm so excited because I've been invited to join the Uhai for Health annual health fair. They are specializing in addressing mental health, especially in our African community. So, hey, I'm African. I'm from Zimbabwe. So what joy it is for me to be able to be present to answer your questions. That's why I'll be right there at the table. Bring your questions. I also have resources that I can share with you. So come by the table that will be there. It will be the Bounce Back Empowerment Services table. You see that green, table cloth that's right there. You will see my, self. And I don't know which one of the sisters that I'll have, there tomorrow, but you see us. We look alike. And, I'm looking forward to having all of you there tomorrow. It's the Uhai for Health annual health fair. So that's tomorrow, September 13th, that they have their annual health fair, which I'm very excited to be a part of because mental health is my life. It's my passion. I love, love, love making sure that we address the mental health stigma, especially in the African community. So where are they going to be? They're going to be at the Girls Inc. of Worcester, 125 Providence Street in Worcester, Massachusetts. Zip code is 01604. So I'll be driving over there at the Girls Inc. of Worcester, 125 Providence Street, Worcester, Mass. or 1604. So come by and say hello. I will be there with a table right there. We're also, getting ready, as I mentioned, for the Bounce Back Empowerment Conference 2026, which is going to be right here in the Boston, Massachusetts area. One big change that, is really excited for those of you that have been asking, how come you don't take insurance anymore? Because once COVID came, I, transitioned into cash only, because then there were too many, things that I needed to do in order for me to start billing again and billing for virtual services. So I decided I was not going to do insurance, but I realized that many of you excuse me, many of you have been asking whether I take health insurance. So the first thing that I take is that free insurance that you have. If you have a job, you have what they call EAP, Employee Assistance Program. That is free sessions that you can use per situations, which means if you have a situation right now where you say, you know what, I'm stressed out, my job is stressing me out, you get maybe 5, 6, or 8 sessions depending on your program at the job. But you ask your human resources and say, hey, what is our EAP number, Employee Assistance Program number? And then they will give you the 800 number. You can call 24/7 and ask them if you can, talk to a therapist. If you have my name, I'll put my name here. Ask them if I'm part of that, insurance, which I am quite sure that I'm part of many of them. But now I'm part of Grow Therapy. So with Grow Therapy, I'm part of a lot of the EAPs as well, Employee Assistance Program. So as I mentioned, one problem, one set of sessions. Let's say your company gives 8 sessions, one problem. Stressful with work, that's 8 sessions. Then you come back, stressful with my relationship, 8 sessions. Well, as a couple, we need to talk to someone, because I think we could help. We, use some help right now. You get, many companies will give you a double 16 sessions for that. Some companies will just give you the 8 sessions for the couples, but you certainly can have sessions where you are getting 8 sessions, your spouse is getting 8 sessions, and then as a couple, you get 8 sessions, and then your children will each get 8 sessions. So utilize that, because that's one thing that I noticed, that a lot of people have worked at jobs where they've never utilized their mental health, benefit. That is for you to use, and each year it washes away, because you're just sitting there thinking, well, I don't want to, have them knowing that I have a mental health problem. That's not the case. They don't know. We are independent providers that are doing this service outside of your job. So we never get to talk to your supervisor. We never get to talk to your managers. They never get to know who uses this benefit. They just buy it in bulk, give it to the agencies that we contract with as independent providers, and then that's it. All they want is when you clock in, you're clocking in mentally able to do the job. You're not complaining that, oh, this job is stressing me out and I don't like how this manager is treating me, because they gave you an employee assistance program where you can come to us as independent providers and we can talk about your managers, we can talk about the job, we can talk about the stresses that are there, and mostly we can talk about how best you can cope with your situation where you are, because many a time, I'm telling you, it's more than the job, it's more than the stressful spouse, it's more than the stress, of not having enough income, enough finances. There's just broad, things that could be happening that we can address. So that's what I like about using that benefit. And then the other thing is, I am now taking insurances through Grow Therapy, GRO Therapy. And Grow Therapy, you again, if you go onto their database, can search for my full name, Stembile Matlatini, and they put it as Dr. Stem first, and then they put, space Stembile Matlatini. You'll be able to find me there, and I will put the link right here as well. And if I forget, just remind me and, inbox me, make a comment there and say, hey, you forgot the link. Because sometimes I'll promise things when I'm, addressing you like this here, and then I forget right after. But I don't want to forget that, because then that's really key. So right now I'm licensed in 3 states: Florida, Massachusetts, as well as South Carolina. And I'm working on other states right now. I will be licensed in pretty much quite a few states, because I enjoy what I do. So, if you're in the other states, again, inbox me and just tell me what state it is that you would like for me to also get credentialed. That way I can take your insurance and we can, have a chat. It helps. So I compare myself. I'm going to say this. I don't know how it's going to sound, right? I usually look at myself as a gas station. You know, when you're driving a car and you have to put gas in the car, petrol. For those of you that are from Zimbabwe, like me, we say petrol. You have to put petrol in it. So I see myself as that stop that you need for your mental wellness, and the gas is mental wellness. That you have a few things that we can run through and talk. You don't have to do long-term therapy, and if you do, it's also good and needed. So it depends on each person's situation. I am a short-term solution focused therapist. So what I do is I am that person that you come in and we have 6 sessions, 3 sessions, 10 sessions, but they are all solution focused. You come in, we say, what is wrong? I'm stressed. Don't worry, because then we're going to dig through and figure out what is stressing you. Or you can say, I literally have a specific thing that is bothering me, but I just can't seem to get beyond that. I am a short-term solution focused therapist, which means we address that situation, we figure out some of the best ways that you can deal with that situation. And what I do is give you options. In addition to the options that you have, I also share some more options that you will have to make a decision. So I'm like, the mirror, and I'm a realist. Those that have worked with me know that I don't beat around the bush. I go straight to the point so that we can figure out how can you best make the right decisions for you. That way you're less stressed, because stress is always going to be there. And, it's something that we cannot run away from. Stress is going to be there. Troubles are going to be there. And troubles and struggles. They're always going to be there. So what we do is we work out how to better maneuver through, shift through, work through those troubles and struggles that you might encounter in this one life that we have. So I'm excited tomorrow. I'll be in Worcester. I'll take that ride tomorrow to come to Worcester, Massachusetts. Let's meet over there. Once again, I'll be at the Uhai for Health Annual Health Fair, which is at the Girls Inc. of Worcester, and their address is 125 Providence Street, Worcester, Massachusetts, 0104. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you very soon. Once again, this is Dr. Stem, and as I always say, be encouraged.